Hi Gemini, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is do a read for the first half of August, and it's going to be a general read. So if you're looking for a personal read, go to The Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box below, all right? Let's go ahead and jump into this. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs. And I also want to let you know, for those of you, I'm very thankful for those of you that have been booking coaching packages with me. So honored, so grateful. This has been a wonderful experience for me to be able to work with many of you. And for those of you that are experiencing blockage, whether it be in your business that you're starting, whether it be in your life, or just in your relationship, you definitely want to check out a discovery session up here. It allows some complimentary 30 minutes with me that allows us to kind of get together and make a personal recommendation based on your personal needs and where you're at now and where you want to be, and really closing that gap. Okay, so that's what I'm here to work with you on and help catapult that, motivate, inspire, and hold accountability for you on that. So if you're really serious about that, you definitely want to book that session here. I've listed in my description box as well too. Okay, so let's jump into this. I'm actually doing this on the full moon in Aquarius, which is one of the biggest of the year. The reason I say that because it's a very important energy. Aquarius is all about humanitarianism, fairness and justice and that type of thing. But because how do I want to say this? The modern ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, the planet Uranus, which is all about social change and justice. Now, the energies right now are really open to that, as you can probably see within this world, which is amazing. What we want to do is use this in a constructive way to elevate, not only your personal development and higher consciousness, but also the consciousness in the world. Okay, so you might see some really, important events, big events. Kind of take place, whether it be through activism or anything of the sort. Okay, but this month is very strong in that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards near the end, and we're going to see how we can actually transform this energy into something that's very productive. Again, not only for you, but also for human consciousness as well. Okay, all right. So let's jump into this. We're going to start with you and who, and that who could be a friend or family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, a person of interest. Or even just one side of a situation or another. Okay, so let's go on into this. All right, and feel free to reverse the messages as you see fit. So I've been shuffling these for a while. I'm actually burning my candle here that is it's called Full Moon, and so the scent is just my whole day is going to be a lot of this. So I'm going to be doing lots of reads today, so I thought this is the perfect candle to burn. So I'm very excited, and the smell is divine. So let's jump into this and see what's going on for you here. Let's take a look here. All right, so here you are. I'm going to pull 3 cards here. We're going to do it in just, ooh, all right. Jem, this is really beautiful. So in order of I received, I got the 9 of Cups, I've got the 5 of Pentacles, and I got the Lover's card, okay? This is beautiful, Jem. Okay, so what this talks about is that you want emotional fulfillment as it pertains to your love life. Okay, this is the 9, this is being very satiated. This is saying this is where you're at right now, okay? Because this is quite interesting. Maybe you felt left out in the past because we've got the 5 of Pentacles, and maybe it's just about feeling left out was just a perspective, because there's support, there's help, there's love around, but it's looking down and not looking up and forward. Okay, so this is what this is talking about. The 5s are all about adversity, right? Some sort of adversity that is coming into play. And so what this talks about in terms of you wanted emotional fulfillment, but you felt you got adversity as it relates to love, okay, in a relationship or situation. Now that's for some of you. Now, and so that's what I feel that's kind of coming into play. So now for some of you, this could be quite the opposite, because it could be the fact that, you want emotional fulfillment, and you're no longer going to be left out, and you're going to go for what it is that you want. But I really think the former fits is coming on a lot stronger for me here, but we're going to pull some cards, so it's just the beginning here. But yeah, the Lover's card, you got the Gemini Lover's card. So this is about, something that's divinely guided. And this is about, the fives, the interesting things that, even though it talks about, adversity, here, this is just mainly letting me know that, there is another way to look at the relationship and situation from a larger perspective. And this is saying is that emotional connection and fulfillment is there for you. And that's again about looking at things at a different perspective. Now, some of you might just be fine, right now, but I'm just talking to those of you that might not be at this time and maybe feel a little bit left out, but you do want emotional fulfillment. Okay, we're going to continue and see what else wants to come out for you here. What else? It looks like that you've been focusing a lot on work right now. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. This is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo type energy. This is like a real strong focus on work, or whatever that you've been putting work into. Could be in a relationship as well, but this has you really focused in on that right now. But I do feel it's that, and maybe going into partnership, getting more clients, doing whatever it is that you need to do, making plans. And that's what I see here. So it's all about the Three of Pentacles is Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo type energy. So that's what I'm kind of getting from here as well. But I also feel that that it's about some sort of partnership. Maybe that in terms of a relationship or situation, you're putting a lot of work into it. Maybe there's some sort of partnership that you're looking to have. But maybe it could be that right now at work there's some sort of toxic energy that's happening into play. Maybe it's whomever that you might be working with. I don't know, but that's what I see kind of coming through. You're working hard, getting more clients, developing partnerships and doing what you need to do. But there's some sort of toxicity in that. Now, I don't know if this has to do with how you feel about your type of work that you're doing right now, Gems. So definitely, guys, note your comments below. It really helps my channel. So drop a like and definitely drop a comment and subscribe if this is something you're interested in. But yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I see here. I feel there's something that's a little bit toxic about a particular environment or that of which you're putting work into. Now, again, it is if we focus strictly on relationships, that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that any sort of work, in terms of partnership, has some sort of toxicity involved into this. But let's do this. I'm going to pull a moon card on this devil card and see what wants to come out. That's kind of like the Capricorn type energy. What do we have here? It's time to give rather than take. So this is just a kind of something that is coming out right now, that it's really a reminder right now that rather than be receiving things coming into you, which as for a lot of you, this is what is kind of been kind of going through in some of the energies. It's now time to flip that a little bit more. Now it's time to give, and that's what's coming through for you right now. So that's what I see here. Anything else? Except, where's the word? I'm trying to even say this word. Expect powerful change. So it's kind of like when you give rather than take right now, at this particular time, that you can expect a powerful change in this relationship or situation. Just saying, okay? So that's what's coming out, all right? Note your comments below, guys. I want to also see if there's anything else that, in terms of the situation that you need to surrender to get you out of this type of energy. For some of you that might still be in that, maybe unhappy with something that didn't work out, or, just at least at this point didn't work out. It just, things can change in a moment, in a minute, in a second, guys. And so, it's all about, mindset. It's all about, focusing on your attitude and making the shifts and changes that we need to make. And that's why I'm going to pull some of these other cards at the near the end that I think is going to be really helpful. All right. So let's take a look at the Five of Pentacles. Clarifying the Five of Pentacles. What do we need to surrender to? Okay. So this is about surrendering stress. Okay. You might be under a lot of stress as it pertains to, a situation at hand. Again, some of you it could be work, some of you it could be a relationship, but this is about taking some deep breaths and then letting it out so you can actually calm your soul. Okay, it's some of the tension has been built up in you, and what this is basically saying is that you need to let that go so you can come back and be full center, with yourself, and that's what's coming into play. So that's going to be really important. So surrender any stress that you've been under at this particular time. And the card that also comes out too is surrender the having to be right, okay? Because in this relationship or situation, it's not always about being right in a relationship. It's about being in love. It's about love. It's about the kindness. And if you can step back and look at the bigger picture and be able to communicate in a less be under less stress, and be a little bit more yielding rather than rigid, it's going to set the relationship up for something that is amazing. In other words, it's going to improve a lot of more conflicts that you might have in the situation, but and therefore improve the relationship overall. So that's what I feel that seems to be coming through. So let's go ahead to this other person on this other side. I don't know. I feel like I'm having a tough time talking here, and I don't know if there's something that needs to be said in a way that you are trying to find the words to say but can't find the words. So I kind of feel that you should just do it anyway, because it allows the flow of emotions, and again, it decompresses you and gets you back to center. And emotions aren't so bad. They're important to us because they give us certain signals in our body. And sometimes it's about, maybe an emotional, being able to express can actually reduce a lot of stress too. Okay. So just throwing that out there with some of the energies that some of you, that might be helpful. So let's go ahead and take a look at this other person on this other side. Okay. Let's take a look at where they're at right now. Okay, so wow. Okay, so I get that they were, I get the Five of Cups, the Star card, and the Sun. Wow. Okay, and some of you might be dealing with an Aquarius, but they were very, if that's the case, or someone, with that type of energy, an air energy of some sort it could be. But this is saying really is that, there has been some sort of adversity in a relationship that they felt, and they felt that something didn't work out. And so they were focused on what didn't work out rather than what is still available here. So really it's about changing the perspective. So this person is actually needing time to heal, to let go of something that didn't work out before. And again, this is a Star card. This is balancing the chakras, finding their true north, and really wanting to have a loving relationship and really move forward. But right now what they're doing is some sort of healing through the process. But right after this Star card, for this person, I get the Sun card. So those were the three cards that I pulled. And this is, being in good vibrations. So this is a process this person had to go through. I really feel that a lot of them are there right now. 2 major arcana, which is huge, okay? So for this other person, a big shift, okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if it's an Aquarius, but they're now feeling the really good vibrations. So in terms of approachability, if it's something that you're interested in doing, that you can actually see they're in really good vibrations, okay? So that's what I see coming through here. Anything more where this person is at right now. And this is really good. They're feeling like a brand new start, a brand new beginning. It's like, trying to let go of all the past and then be able to move forward, okay? So let's see what else wants to come through here, okay? Yeah, this is beautiful. So I get the 8 of Swords, I get the 9 of Wands, and then I get the 6 of Wands. So that right in this order. And this tells me that they felt kind of bound up in a situation previously, like they didn't know which way they could go. They felt blindfolded and didn't know which way to go. Yet there's a clear opening right here for them to walk through. So, it's just that their emotions were a little bit out of whack, but they know what they want. They wanted to continue to persevere. They wanted to move forward and be able to find the love that they wanted in life and continue, and they're destined to do that. They've got a bandage on their head, but they're by far, they're going to definitely push forward to get that other wand. But what I also feel too from that is that the next card that we get is the Six of Wands, and this is being recognized by others, and this is about moving forward and building up their confidence in moving forward after disappointment. You know, starting all over and in a new beginning, changing their vibrations, and then being able to you know, transform that energy and put it into something positive, something of which that again with the moon in Aquarius can do, because that's happening today. And again, we'll address that in a little while. But this is what this is saying, is this is a wreath of success. So this is basically saying is that there's been a birth of something new, because it's a 6 card. There's a birthing of something new, and things are coming to fruition at the end. It's almost, maybe they feel that they've dropped some sort of end of a cycle of a situation. Let's pull a surrender card, and I just want to see what it is that they had to surrender on this side, so you're pretty much aware of it too. Okay, Jem? Let's take a look. What did they have to surrender? They had to surrender to people-pleasing, the habit of people-pleasing, which is interesting. So this is about focusing on them and not everyone else. Maybe they were so in tune to focusing on other people that, hold on a second. Gosh, you guys, I'm having a tough time talking through this. And something needs to be said. Note your comments below, guys. Let me know if this is the vibration that you're feeling. But I gotta tell you, I get like this little tickle in my throat, and I feel that something needs to be said, you know, and deep breaths need to be taken. And this is going to be a big release for you and that other side. And I have to bring that up, guys. Wow. Oh, wow. Crazy. But yeah, this is what it, I'm taking a look at this card, and what it reads is definitely speak your needs and be true to yourself. So go figure. So it could be that this other person on this side needs to do that, but this is also focusing on their own happiness instead of trying to make everyone else happy. And that's the truth. And once you focus on your happiness, then you attract happiness around you, and you're able to give and receive that a little bit more. So it is also about them focusing on happiness for themselves, which is really beautiful. So this is a good thing for them. This is great. So it's funny that no coincidences, right? No coincidences. It seems to just be happening, okay? Anything else that they need to surrender here that wants to come into play? Surrendering the fear of change. So this new beginning, like I mentioned for this person, is, you know, they are being reminded that they are cared for, and whether they're afraid of change in a relationship, a job, you know, maybe it has to do with a health situation, or just aging or death, or whatever the case may be. This is saying is to really focus on that affirmation that to have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. That's what it wants to remind this other person over here. And that might help you out a little bit in surrendering the stress side, Gem, too. But yeah, it's the fear of change. So you're both kind of growing in some way, but this person really went through a shift. So just saying, that's what seems to be coming out here in terms of where they're at right now. Yeah, so any other moon cards that can kind of give a little bit more idea in terms of what's happening? Let's take a look at what that is. Time to breathe out, right? Wow, amazing, especially during this full moon right now too. It's very, very key, and adjustments are required. So this person is realizing maybe the way they handled different things wasn't always the best, and they're able to drop some of these things and now get to that good vibration. And they're knowing what is serving them and what doesn't serve them, and kind of sifting and sorting and working through that. So that's what I see coming through. Now, what is the best way for you to move forward? What's the best way for you to move forward, Gem? What does that look like? Wow. So then what we get here is we've got the Three of Cups, we've got the Page of Wands, and the King of Wands, okay? So the Three of Cups talks about, this is all about communication. This is about friendship and community. So it's about coming together for, you know, perhaps a brand new beginning. This is a Page of Wands, and this talks about, you know, being inspired, for inspiration and creativity. And then I get the King of Wands. So this is really beautiful because this moves into that entrepreneur. So really for you, it's kind of like I feel that you're kind of moving from the page and going to the king. And you're kind of taking on this kind of energy here, which is a big jump here, really big jump. This is quite beautiful. And you've gone through some sort of change. And maybe during this connection that has allowed you to grow from this to this. So this is beautiful. This is, having authority, over that and being that truly that entrepreneur, right? And yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. Being really a lot about that visionary, okay? How do they feel about you? Let's take a look at how they feel about you real quick. I just want to see what wants to come through and how they feel about you and see if there's anything that wants to come through. So how they feel about you, what is that? I'm in a dark place right now. That's interesting. Wow. Let's see what else. I want to show you who I really am. So this is coming out. This is good because it moves from the shadow into the light. So it's, I'm in a dark place right now and I want to show you who I am. So that moves right into the light there. And anything else that wants to come through here? I am focused on my career over love right now. Wow. Okay. Anything else? Final here. What is it? You are so beautiful to me. Wow. And I think you guys might be mimicking each other, or not really mimicking. The best word is almost mirroring each other, because it's kind of like this person is trying to get their stability back and trying to create some sort of foundation so they do have a really good relationship, How do you feel about them? What's coming into play? I don't trust easily. Wow. Okay, so I don't trust easily. And this is interesting. Wow. No one compares to you. I'm in full joy in your presence. Beautiful. I love this. Okay, so that's great. And let's see if there's anything else. It's getting into your lighter side, which is really good. And another card on your light side. No one loves me like you do. Aw, that's awesome. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and pull the Rebel cards. I'm going to pull some cards on. It's going to help you in this full moon in Aquarius. We're going to pull a card to see what wants to come out specifically for you and your advice right now in terms of the relationship and situation as well. I'm going to pull a Rebel card just real quick. Let's see what wants to come out for you. Here it is. What is it? Defend to the end. The worthwhile. Oh man, this is so cool. You guys, this is the first time I've seen a lot of these cards because I just got these in the mail and for some reason I was pulled to them to use them for this particular, full moon in Aquarius, which is really beautiful. This is about, it's kind of like beneath any sort of illusions, you've got that wise owl that knows what is really real. Okay, sorry for the glare there, guys. But that's kind of what I see here. And it's really beautiful. It's like that wise owl that's kind of sitting on that third eye for you. And it's kind of like this is saying is that that you know what is worthwhile. Regardless of what other things may be colored around that, you just kind of know the real deal when you see it. And so this is really talking about that anything that dulls or suffocates that aliveness in you, it wants you to cast aside because your heart is all about living your authentic self, and that's going to be super key for you right now. Okay, you're a defender of the heart, right? And you've cried grief, you've gone through those cycles right now. And you have really focused on any sort of any injustice or oppressions that you've had on your own. But what this is saying is that you've got some special guidance here, that you're being asked to stay strong and to stand your ground in a situation or whatever this is. Now, this might be an emotional journey that might feel like it's kind of like a fight within inside you. But what this is really saying, it's almost like you're being asked to to harness unconditional love. It's like if you've got this card, a lot of you have gone through a new birth or a new awakening. This is going to be very, very important for you. Okay, and this is about completing the healing process. And to use your power, but with great joy, okay? And stay sacred to the warrior in love in you and defend it to the end because love is worthwhile. Whew. Okay, so focus on love and anything and transform any energy that doesn't feel right into love, because you know what's worthwhile and you know what's important. And speaking of love, let's just put a love oracle in closing for you. What advice is important for you in love? Okay, let's see what that is. Here it is. What do we have here? What is it? What is it? Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Okay? So, wow, this is coming through. Okay, Gem, you gotta let me know how this resonates with you. Okay? I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, namaste.